So today I just want to talk a little bit about how to set your sales goals properly. First of all, the most common mistake I see, which I've talked about before, is that a company simply looks at the current goal for this year and says, right, well, let's add 10 or 20 or 30% to that goal. And that's the total amount of thought that goes into building the budget. They then shove it down to the sales organization and it gets divided up into quota for each of the salespeople, and that's it. Done. No further thought. And that's a mistake. It's entirely possible to get that 10, 20 or 30%, but the way you figure that out is by looking at the underlying data and being very mindful and thoughtful about how you put that budget together. So you want to build it from the bottom up as opposed to receiving it from the top down. Now, the truth is, often you will get a top down request from the executives. You just need to build your bottom up budget, look at the top down, and there'll be a mix of the two. There'll be some compromise that has to go on for sure, right? But you need to build it from the bottom up first. So what does that look like? Well, that means you've got to look at the existing reps you've got, how they're all performing, whether the revenue that they're generating is sort of stable and realistic, whether you can improve their performance through training, coaching, new technology, whether you need to let any go or whether you need to hire any new ones. Is there budget for hiring new ones? Are you launching a new product or entering a new territory, and how will that affect your ability to sell? What are the competition doing? Or are your products actually doing very well in the market? Are you reaching saturation in certain areas? Is there a regulation that's coming in that's going to affect the ability to sell? If you have a larger revenue goal, do you have everything you need to support that revenue goal? Can you generate the inbound opportunities, or outbound is capable of actually finding them? You've got your ICP right, you've got product market fit. All of these questions and more need to be answered in order to build a good revenue goal that is stretchy but achievable for your sales organization going into next year. You get that right, it's completely defensible. You can explain it both to the executives and you can explain it to the sales organization. And they will be on board because they will see that the goals have been built bottom up, and they can see that they are stretchy but achievable, which is a motivational thing for a team. So that's the way you do it.